Hey everyone, Shark here, and in this video I'm going to talk about why I changed my mind about Silverwolf and Luocha. I've been getting a lot of questions about Honkai Star Rail since most other Genshin content creators have jump shipped or at least now make Star Rail content as well. And with the 1.1 patch on the horizon, people are understandably really excited, but also torn between Silverwolf and Luocha. And while I'm not here to change anyone's mind about which 5-star they should go for, I will tell you why I changed mine. I've been playing the game pretty casually, but I have been really lucky to get Sayla, Bronya, and Yangqing. And honestly, I haven't even felt the need to build Yangqing because Sayla and Bronya together basically crush everything in the game by themselves, except for the Memory of Chaos. And seeing as how I've been saving my Stellar Jade for a really good character, it looks like I will be spending them in patch 1.1, because both 5-stars look amazing. But the probability of me getting both is really low, so I decided that it would be better to go all in for one than to try and risk it for both. So I want to share with you how I arrived at which 5-star I'm going for in patch 1.1. We'll start with Silverwolf since she's up first on the 1.1 banners. Silverwolf is a really unique character with some of my favorite attack animations in the game. I mean, her weapon's even in RGB sword cannon, truly an epic gamer. But it's her abilities that really caught my attention. Silverwolf has the ability to impart weaknesses onto enemies as well as decrease their speed, defense, and attack at random. Her ultimate also reduces their defense. This character seems really amazing and is also really future-proof because the ability to implant a new elemental weakness into an enemy is just really incredible. When I was considering who to wish for over all the characters that were coming out, not only just Luocha and Silverwolf, but also Blade, Kafka, and any potential other characters, Silverwolf definitely had the edge. Because anytime a character has an ability to take an established rule and then break it, you know that character is going to be good. The only problem I have with Silverwolf is that she is too random. Her debuffs are random, the weakness she applies to enemies is random, and even the chance to apply her debuffs is random. Now a lot of these weaknesses can be heavily or completely mitigated. For example, you could build a really high effect hit rate on her so that she doesn't miss her debuffs, or you could run a mono quantum team so that enemies will always be inflicted with the quantum weakness. But when I really thought about my situation, it made me wonder if she's actually worth it for me. Since I already have Sayla, mono quantum with Silverwolf and Sayla sounds really broken. But we don't have any defensive quantum characters right now, and honestly Sayla and Bronya basically handle everything just fine for me. So do I really want to use my Stellar Jade to make a stronger version of the team core that I'm already using to great effect? And of course she can enable other types of mono element teams, but I don't have the characters to run any decent mono element team right now. Her unique ability to implant weaknesses into enemies that they don't have makes her really useful and very future proof, especially when we get more characters. But I've always told people that it is a big gamble to pull for a character just because of what you think their future potential will be. So I think I need to take my own advice on this one. And that's when I realized that Silverwolf's value for me is basically just making a stronger version of the Sayla Bronya team comp that I already have. And I don't have any other characters to really use Silverwolf to her fullest potential, and I don't want something hanging over me where I feel like I have to pull for certain other characters down the line just to make a better team with Silverwolf in it. And while Silverwolf will be at the worst a good character and at the best an absolutely broken character, I think right now it is a wiser move for me to skip her because there's always future banners and characters always have reruns. Now let's move on to Male Gene aka Luocha. He's a healer of the imaginary elements that has a really robust support kit. Luocha can heal with his skill, he can auto-heal allies below 50% HP, he can create a field that allows allies to heal when they attack, and he is highly resistant to crowd control, and to top it off, he has an AoE buff strip for enemies with his ultimate. Luocha's biggest value is in his reactive healing ability and his ability to remove enemy buffs, and since one of his abilities lets him autocast his skill, he likely won't be a skill point glutton like the other members on my team. And a lot of people are paying attention to Luocha's healing and his ability to do reactive healing and even his skill point positive kit, but I think a lot of people are really sleeping on just how useful his ultimate really is. The only healers we have right now are Bailu and Natasha, and neither one of them can break an enemy outside of using their normal attacks. But Luocha's ultimate deals damage, and it's an effective tool for breaking enemies. Add to that, it's the imaginary element, and that's basically the best element to break with right now because of the massively helpful slow and action delay that it causes. Oh, and don't forget that this is also an AoE that can also remove enemy buffs on top of everything else. So this overall just seems like a really good character for me, especially since I don't have Bailu or Japard. One thing I feel I should mention is that once you have 2 healers, the value you get from having another healer is definitely not as high as having another buffer, a debuffer, or a better DPS. But the thing is, we may not get another healer for a long time, and with Luocha being as versatile as he is, he seems like a really good choice for me. Right now I'm pretty starved for a healer and an imaginary character as well, and having Luocha will open up more team flexibility options for me right now, especially compared to Silverwolf, and while Silverwolf has very high future potential, Luocha has very high potential for not only the current moment, but also in the future just as a really good, robust support character. So while I was all gung-ho for Silverwolf initially, I've changed my mind and think Luocha will be the better pick for me. But don't let my opinion change your mind, because honestly, whoever you go for, they will be great. Both these characters are extremely good for your account and open up a lot of possibilities. I just wanted to give my 2 cents because I know there's going to be more and more and more people saying just how OP Silverwolf is, and all that hype will make everyone, including myself, want to pull for her, but I still think Luocha is the better option for me. And that's why I've changed my mind about which 1.15 star to go for. If you found my thought process helpful or insightful, feel free to like the video, and don't forget to stay jawsome everyone. I love you, I wish you the best, I hope you all win your 50/50s and get your 5 stars early, and I can't wait to see you in the next one.